WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Breaking news tonight, the Lee County coroner confirms that 2 bodies have been found off of a road near West Jackson Street in Tupelo. Now, the bodies were found around 7:30 this evening. This is a developing situation, and we are working to obtain more information as it becomes available. Well, the Mississippi Department of Health reports 173 new cases of COVID-19 with 11 new deaths. Mississippi's total number of COVID-19 cases since March 11th now stands at more than 11,000 with 521 deaths. Currently, there are 413 Mississippians hospitalized with confirmed COVID-19 infection. 18 of the new cases reported today were among residents in long-term care facilities. And there are now 101 active outbreaks of COVID-19 in long-term care facilities throughout the state. More than 6,200 Mississippians are presumed to have recovered from the virus. Nearly all 50 states are now partially reopened, even as the number of coronavirus cases in the U.S. is nearing 1.5 million people. Over 88,000 have died. Jamie Yukas reports from Los Angeles.
Green flag, NASCAR is back.
NASCAR drivers started their engines again Sunday in South Carolina without fans. In hard-hit New Orleans, restaurants were able to reopen at 25% capacity. Universal Studios Shopping District in Orlando welcomed visitors wearing masks. And gyms in Florida will be able to open their doors Monday. But New York City beaches will remain closed over the Memorial Day weekend.
And the scene you see there, that is a typical beach day when things are normal in New York City. That cannot happen anytime soon.
Texas reported its highest one-day total of new coronavirus cases on Saturday. More than 700 are believed to be from meatpacking plants in the Amarillo area. A Wall Street Journal analysis of nationwide COVID cases from the end of April into May finds new cases in rural areas were 30% higher than those in cities. On CBS's Face the Nation, U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services Alex Azar elaborated on vaccine development the White House has dubbed Operation Warp Speed.
So what we're doing is wringing the inefficiency out of the development process to make the development side faster to get to safe and effective vaccines. And at the same time, we're going to scale up commercial size manufacturing and produce hundreds of millions of doses at risk. They may not pan out, they might not prove to be safe and effective, but we'll have it so we could begin administration right away.
And an effective vaccine may be what's required for a full comeback, according to Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell.
This economy will recover. It may take a while. It may take a period of time. It could stretch through the end of next year. We really don't know.
Powell says a full recovery in 2021 assumes there won't be a second wave of coronavirus infections. Jamie Yukas, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, as promised, showers and storms continued across much of the area today, and we've still got some showers and storms out there right now. As a matter of fact, a pretty hefty downpour here in Lowndes County coming into Columbus. We've got some heavier showers down south of Highway 82 and another little shower right now moving into Tupelo. Generally overnight tonight, most of us clear out. Some sprinkles still remaining possible, though, through the early morning hours. A lot of us have already picked up plenty of rainfall, though, anywhere from a ½ an inch to an inch or more. And that could lead to some localized flash flooding or ponding on the roadways, so definitely use some caution if you're out and about tonight. And really some awesome clouds out there, too. Take a look at this shelf cloud from Starkville. A lot more bark than bite, but still very interesting to see. And even some hail down in Winston County in Louisville today. Now, the upcoming work week looking a lot quieter weather-wise, but there still might be some showers. I've got your full forecast in just a bit. Cash.
Thank you, Trevor. An inmate at the Central Mississippi Correctional Facility in Rankin County died Saturday at a local hospital. Mississippi Department of Corrections says 51-year-old Robert Bond Jr. was taken to Merit Health Rankin from the prison clinic Friday night. He received CPR before his arrival at the hospital. His cause and manner of death are pending an autopsy. The coroner says no foul play is suspected. Bond was convicted of possession of a controlled substance in Harrison County and sentenced to 3 years on May 7th of 2020. The Siloam Water Association issues a boil water notice for individuals using the Pine Bluff Well in Clay County. The well is located in the Manatee community. Siloam says residents should boil their water at a rapid boil for 1 minute before cooking or drinking. The notice comes after standard repairs on the well. And once again, that notice is for the next 24 hours. A local pastor celebrates his 6th anniversary But it wasn't a traditional ceremony. Members of the congregation wanted to show their pastor that they loved and cared about him and his family. Church members paraded from the Aberdeen Community Center to the Daniel Missionary Baptist Church. And once at the church, paraders were able to give gifts and take pictures with Pastor Alonzo Sykes. The parade started at 11:30 and wrapped up around noon. Saturday in Starkville, the United Way and a local church came together to give back. The Starkville Community Church and the United Way hosted a drive-in food drive. Now, a food drive is not to be confused with a food giveaway. The food collected from the drive will be sent to food pantries throughout the area and then distributed out to those in need. Members from both organizations say they're happy to help in any way they can.
We feel blessed to have the space that we have in general, and so our goal is to use everything that we believe God's given us to bless our community, and that we believe He's put us in this city and in this area to do as much good as possible. And so for us, it's a chance to honor God by using what He's given us, but it's also a chance for us to be a part of helping an organization that's helping so many others in our community.
I think it's wonderful. This church is all about serving the community and being out there and helping people, and the United Way has the same mission to serve and to assist, and I just think it's a wonderful thing for both groups.
For more information on how to get involved, you can visit our website, WCBI.com. Memorial Day is right around the corner. For most people, that means backyard barbecues and family get-togethers. But this year, some people want to get away from home cooking. That's why restaurant owners need to be prepared to accommodate high volumes while also social distancing. Our Savannah Gato has more on a local restaurant and their new approach to serving customers.
The doors are open and customers are placing orders tableside, but only at 50% capacity.
What we do is social distancing. We've got the tables 6 foot plus apart. We do hand sanitizing at the door, making sure everything stays clean and neat and organized, sanitizing the tables in between each and every people that come in to sit at them, and making sure everything's just clean, kept clean and organized.
Bruce Miller is the general manager at 1883 Smokehouse in Starkville. He came up with the idea of a buffet so the restaurant and their customers could continue social distancing, but in an efficient way. And today was their first day to put it to use.
Our buffet is set up and designed to where my employees actually fix the plates for our customers. The customers do not touch anything on the buffet other than the plate when they receive it at the buffet. And it's been going very well so far for a first day run.
The buffet was so efficient that they are going to continue using it.
Memorial Day, we are going to have the buffet running. I'll have extra staff on hand to do whatever we need to do to make our customers feel comfortable, make sure we are keeping our social distancing and also sanitizing in place to where our people just feel comfortable about coming out and eating with us.
Even though the restaurants have reopened, managers say they still have a long way to go before business is back to where it was before the closure.
It's been moderate. We've been well blessed with people coming out and supporting us throughout the hard times of this epidemic that we have had. We're starting to get more and more people come in as days goes by.
Savannah Gato, WCBI News.
Starting this Saturday night, 1883 will be having their first ever seafood buffet and will be offering a Catfish Friday as well. They also plan on offering a midday buffet on Sundays. Well, I hope you're not sick and tired of Trevor, because a brand new Weatherwise is coming up, followed by Maine weather. Stay with us.
You're watching WCBI News at 10 p.m. with Cash Matlock.
Welcome back, everyone. In times of severe weather, you may hear meteorologists tell you that you're under a tornado watch or a tornado warning. But why do we call them that, and what do these terms mean? Meteorologist Trevor Burchett explains in this week's Weatherwise.
The difference between a watch and a warning can be confusing for many. We most commonly refer to watches and warnings when it comes to tornadoes, but they are used for all types of weather alerts: thunderstorms, floods, winter storms, fires, hurricanes, you name it. But what's the difference between the two? Well, simply put, a tornado watch means to watch out. Some sort of threatening weather, in this case a tornado, could happen in the next several hours. if you're under a watch, it's important to keep an eye on the weather, but it doesn't mean you have to take immediate action. However, when a warning is issued, you have to immediately react. It means that a threat is imminent and could impact your area within minutes or even seconds. In the event of a tornado warning, it's important to seek shelter to ensure your safety. So again, to recap, for a watch, you should watch out, and for a warning, it's time to take immediate action. Now, do you have a question about the weather? You can send it in to us on any of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and we'd love to feature them in the next episode. For now, I'm meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
Weather-wise is brought to you by Fort County Electric Power Association. With meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
Several rounds of showers and storms today in Louisville. Take a look at this shelf cloud on the Alpha Insurance Camera Network time lapse. And then after that, a deluge, a downpour of rain. And then after that, several more rounds. It seems like Winston County just could not get a break from the rain today. And a lot of us had several rounds of those showers and storms through the area today. I mentioned that shelf cloud. Here's a view from the ground as opposed to our Alpha Insurance camera up in downtown. This is from Kevin, and you see that well-defined shelf cloud there. This is caused by the sinking air in the cloud and the rising air out in front of it. It creates that sharp gradient there. Really more bark than bite with these clouds, but definitely very cool to look at. Same story over in Noxubee County in Brooksville. A little bit well-defined there. You can see that sharp edge and the lower hanging clouds right below it. Again, no severe weather through the day today except for some small hail and gusty winds. That was the good news, but definitely some scary looking clouds out and about through the area today. Still some showers and storms out there right now. Most of the activity is starting to fizzle, but there are still some heavier pockets of rainfall out there. One of those is in the eastern portion of Noxubee County, basically paralleling Highway 45. We've also had some downpours here in downtown Columbus. All of this activity moving off to the north and the east. About 12 strikes of lightning in that in the last 5 minutes. Also up to the north, we have a pretty hefty shower here in southeastern Itawamba County, north of Smithville and north of Monroe County. That too very quickly moving into north and west Alabama and will not be a concern for us here in the next little bit. All of these showers and storms courtesy of low pressure just off to our west. It's churning up some of that Gulf of Mexico moisture, helping for some of those showers and storms to develop. Fortunately, it moves out of here fairly quickly, and you can actually see the back edge of the cloud cover. That's going to be coming through here by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon. So starting off next week on a rather cool note, highs only in the 70s. And we're going to stay with a mix of sun and clouds. Not a totally sunny week, not a totally cloudy week. It's going to be kind of off and on cloud cover for the next 7 days or so. Can't rule out a brief shower for the upcoming week. Generally, though, most of us will stay dry. Temperatures warm up, though, by next weekend. Highs near 90 for Saturday and Sunday. Out in the tropics, Tropical Storm Arthur still churning off the coast of the Carolinas. You see it here, pretty disorganized. That's why it's just a tropical storm moving off to the northeast at about 10 miles an hour. Sustained winds right now about 45 miles an hour. And that northeasterly jog is going to basically take it pretty close to the outer banks of North Carolina. As a matter of fact, a tropical storm warning in effect there. Some gusty winds, some heavy rain, generally not a big concern for any land masses, though. It's going to take a quick right turn out to sea and not be an issue for us here in the United States. Overnight tonight, a few more showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Lows getting down into the mid-60s, staying fairly warm. And tomorrow, not quite as warm as we were today. Actually, a little bit cooler now that that cold front has passed through. 79 for the high tomorrow. Maybe some morning showers or a storm, especially in West Alabama. Generally, though, especially as we get into the afternoon, we are going to start to dry out, maybe even see a few peaks of sunshine. As I mentioned, that cold front moving through. High pressure is going to keep us dry for Monday afternoon, but that doesn't last too long. Another low pressure system forms out in East Tennessee, northern Georgia. And depending on how close that can get to us, it could bring us the chance for some isolated showers through the week. So we're going to keep that chance in play here for the next 7 days. Best chance is going to be on Monday morning. But again, you see Tuesday into the weekend, can't rule out a chance of an isolated shower. In the 70s for highs Tuesday and Wednesday, back into the mid and upper 80s by the end of the week. In Cash, we're looking at 90 for next Sunday. So summertime right around the corner.
Well, Trevor, I told you earlier, once again today I was caught in the rain. No jacket, no rain boots, no umbrella.
It's funny, Cash, because I tell you it's going to rain and then you just ignore me. I don't, you know what else can I do?
You know, I think a real friend would have texted me.
I'll have to do that next time. I'll have to remember to do that.
I'm just kidding, Trevor. All right, thank you. Don't go anywhere because a brand new Mom to Mom is coming up after the break. Welcome back. During quarantine, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at your phone, laptop, or TV screen, and this can be a strain on your eyes. Today on Mom to Mom, a new product that could change the way you look at technology. Check it out.
Today on Mom to Mom, we're going to show you how these can make a big difference in your child's health. Blue light blockers are all the rage right now, and I've got Dr. Miller here to tell us all about these and if they really work. So, Dr. Miller, what are these? Like, what is blue light blocker lenses?
Yeah, so blue light is a spectrum of light very similar to that given off by the sun. So if you think about it, our bodies are designed to function with the rhythm of the sun. So it's called our circadian rhythm. And when you start to mess with your circadian rhythm, it can affect things like the way you pay attention, how rested you feel. Long-term effects of being exposed to blue light can even cause things like weight gain, depression, increase of risk things like blood pressure issues, and even cancer. So just by wearing blue light blocking glasses, it's going to not only give your kid the energy they need, help them sleep better, but can really set them up for long-term benefits.
And so do these actually work?
They absolutely do, guys. Your kids are being exposed from their phones, from their tablets, from their computers, even the TVs at night. So by wearing these glasses, and you can even have ones that look like mine where you can't even tell they're blue light blockers, but it's going to reduce your risk of things like anxiety, depression. It's even been shown extra exposure to blue light can cause even weight gain and increase your risk of heart disease.
Seriously, weight gain?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, so wearing these blue light blockers when you're in front of a screen, it's going to help you sleep better. It's going to be overall just better for their systems in general.
So there you go. If you were having any questions about the blue light blockers, this is perfect. Get your kids some, get yourself some. Dr. Miller, thank you so much. As always, moms, check out our Facebook page and we'll see you on the next Mom to Mom.
It's another day in quarantine for many of you. Coming up, some tips on how to stay healthy and fit during this time at home. Quarantine with Courtney is next. Don't go anywhere. You know Courtney Robb as one of our sports reporters here at WCBI. But lately, she's been living it up in the quarantine. And this week, we check in with Courtney to see what she's doing to stay healthy during this time. Here's Quarantine with Courtney.
Welcome back to the quarantine. If you're anything like me, you've probably been doing a lot of cooking, a lot of baking, and a lot of eating. That's why today in the quarantine, we're going to be working all of that off. Yes, I mean exercise. As we all know, exercise is super important. It keeps us healthy. However, during this time with gyms being closed, not all of us, especially people like me with super small apartments, it's hard to find ways to work out at home. Personal favorite is a girl on YouTube. Her name is Whitney Simmons, and she's been posting full body follow along workouts that are free on YouTube. If you're interested, she has a full app that has an entire guided at home workout series. However, I'm only doing the free YouTube version. Let me just say, yes, these workouts are absolutely hard. They're about 20 minutes long, but they're perfect to do in a small space, and they will make you sweat. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you. Do you see this? Whooped. Exhausted. Just finished the 25-minute high-intensity interval training workout with Whitney Simmons. I would honestly give this a 5 out of 5 naps, which is kind of weird to say. However, I do think this is something that's so good to spend your time on during quarantine. You don't need a big space at all, just you, yourself, maybe some carpeting so it's not super tough on your body. Clearly, I am so out of breath. Make sure you go and give these workouts by Whitney a try. They're so good. I cannot praise them enough. If you go ahead and you give Whitney's workouts a try, make sure you tweet at me and let me know exactly what you think and if they whooped your butt as much as they whooped mine. Also, if you have any other ideas of things that people should be spending their time on during this period of quarantine, make sure you let me know those as well. I'm gonna go drink some water and catch my breath. We'll see you back here in the quarantine next time.
A few few showers and storms continuing overnight tonight, maybe even into early tomorrow. Generally, though, the next 7 days looking dry. Temperatures warming up to near 90 by next weekend.
Thanks, Trevor.
Yep.
And from all of us here at WCBI News, good night.